2018 Volkswagen Tiguan S 4Motion. Now the Tiguan is Volkswagen's entry-level crossover. This makes it slot underneath the luxurious-oriented Touareg and the much bigger Volkswagen Atlas. Now what you just heard is the engine start-stop. All I did was move the steering wheel and the car actually started back up. Now this Tiguan is the S, which makes it the base model, and what in the world FRS? Anyway, so this is, as you would expect the base model to be, cloth seats, which are, decently supportive. Now this particular vehicle rang out to a price of a little over $27,000. Alright, let's test the passing power. It's okay, honestly it's okay. It's not bad actually. So let's get right into the meat of this review. Now all 2018 Tiguans are powered by the 2-liter turbocharged 4-cylinder engine, otherwise known as the TSI. So when you see that TSI badge on the trunk, you think it's something special like a sporty model? No, they all come with the TSI engine. Now in this particular application, this 2-liter turbocharged 4-cylinder makes 184 horsepower at 4,400 pound-feet. 184 horsepower at 4,400 RPM and 221 pound-feet of torque at 1,600 RPM. That's not bad. 1,600 RPM? That's not bad. Now, TSI stands for Turbo Straight Injection. From my understanding, that means the turbocharger is connected more directly to the engine, a little closer. Now this is a 4Motion model, so it does come standard with 4-wheel drive. It also has different drive modes. Now right now I'm in eco driving mode, which appears to be the standard default driving mode that this car sets itself in. If I press mode, I can also set it to normal mode or sport mode, or I can customize my mode, which I'm not going to do that right now. I'm going to put it in eco. So eco, of course, it numbs the throttle response, it keeps the revs down low, and of course you could then go to normal or sport mode, and that would keep the revs higher, get the throttle response a little more responsive. And it's a dial, so you can switch it. Now I switched it to driving mode snow. Of course I'm not driving in snow. There is a little snow around me, but I'm not driving in snow. So we can also switch it to driving mode off-road, and that just kicked up my revs, which of course is ideal for off-road. And now I can also go into off-road custom, which I'm not going to do that. I'm going to put it back to the default driving mode, which is eco. But I think it's really cool that you can switch your settings on the fly. That's a really nice feature to have. A transmission that routes all that power, all that power to the wheels, is a 8-speed automatic. You can put it in sport mode, and you can also put it in manual mode, which lets you shift the gears like this. Downshift, 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 downshift. There we go. It's a lot of gears, 8 gears. And that's the Bluetooth. It works, hands-free. Apple CarPlay. Hello? As you can see, Apple CarPlay does work. And the steering is really quick. I'm pretty surprised. The steering is very light. Like, the steering wheel is light. It's really light. I do feel like it is a little overpowered. It's quick, but it almost feels too quick and almost too assistive. I like to have a good natural weighty feel, not too heavy like my Subaru Outback, but not too light either, and I think this airs a little bit on the light side. Alright, so now let's go on to the exterior of the vehicle. Of course, this Tiguan was all new for 2018, so the exterior, everything was brand new. Like, this vehicle's wheelbase was stretched by over 10 inches, I believe, It's become a much larger vehicle than its predecessor. Eco mode, definitely very eco. I'm pressing on the pedal a lot. It upshifted when I pressed the pedal in. That's new. That's very new. It must be eco mode. I think I'm going to change it. I'm changing it right now. I'm changing it to normal mode. Hopefully that makes a difference. I really don't want to make a bad review about this car. I'm not getting paid or sponsored, by the way, to make this review. This is a completely free review. Completely free thoughts. Completely free opinion. Okay, that's a little better. That's a little better. Back to the exterior. Man, I keep getting distracted. So this vehicle does come standard with black roof rails. So you can put crossbars on it, throw on a cargo basket, roof rack. I mean, it is an SUV, so it does come standard with black roof rails. Another very neat design are the LED lights on this vehicle. It does come standard with LED daytime running lights, which look really cool. It's like a string of white LEDs on the front. The rear turn signals are also LED. It's a very nice design. The overall design of this vehicle, regardless of exterior or interior, is very sharp, very trapezoidal interior. There's a lot of trapezoidish things going on, and it also applies to the exterior. In this application, I don't think it's that extreme. It is okay. I mean, it is new. It's modern. I will say that. I do love the exterior. The exterior design is very modern. It's more macho, squarish. I do like that. The mirrors do have integrated turn signals in them. They're amber, LED, pretty bright. They're a very nice safety feature. There's a start-stop again. You know, it's pretty quick. I just get my foot off the brake and just start it right up. It felt just a tiny bit of wheel slip. I mean, this is 4-wheel drive, so it's good. Kind of a recap: automatic headlights, LED daytime running lights, LED tail lights. It's pretty good. Wheels are 17-inch wheels. It's a good size. I mean, it's a SUV. It has 4-wheel drive. 17-inch. It's good. The interior, it's pretty quiet. There is just a little bit of road noise coming from about right here. It might be the roof rail, but it's bearable, especially when the engine stops. This vehicle, the suspension is pretty soft. It is a nice ride. There's a lot of body roll. Not a lot, but a lot of body roll. Now when I go over potholes, pretty soft. I'm gonna go over one right now. Not bad. You don't really feel it that much. I do like the ride on this vehicle. 4-wheel independent suspension. That's pretty much the best suspension you could get on a daily driver. That really contributes to the nice soft ride that this vehicle has. Man, that's just weird how it gets really quiet when I stop. You can hear the fans running. Weird little quiet. Alright, now into the interior. Like I mentioned earlier, the seats are cloth. They actually come with a neat rhombus quilted design. The middle section is kind of wide, so my body doesn't fit snugly in the seat. If I slide, you can see my body easily goes over the side bolsters on this vehicle. Seats are also firm, but not firm to where you're like, ouch, that's hard. It's just, you know, it's nice and firm. This is a single zone climate control. It's, I mean, pretty standard. The dial has a nice click to it. The left and right dials do, that is. The middle dial is kind of soft, like mushy. I don't really know what was the purpose of that, of making the knobs feel different, but it is a mushy feel. I don't really like it. Steering wheel, I mean, it's a 3-spoke design. It is flat bottom, so I mean, that's kind of cool, but nothing much to excite you here. I don't know, that's kind of weird, like seeing the RPM needle drop to 0 when you stop. Now this is a premium color multifunction display according to Volkswagen. It's very nice. I will say it is very responsive. This screen is very responsive, especially setup. You click setup, bang, it's right there. You go through them, bang. I mean, it just lights up like lightning, you know. It's really fast. It's very responsive. I am impressed with the infotainment. I feel like it could be a little more intuitive. Now the Apple CarPlay.
Who do you want to call?
Nobody.
Okay.
Variety of 12-volt power outlets. There's one in the storage bin right here. There's another one on the rear center console. There's also another one in the cargo area. So total makes 3 12-volt power outlets. That's a good number. It's a short center console, but it works. Now the storage bin inside the center console, on the other hand, is very spacious. This is pretty spacious, and it also comes with a little cool notch so you can put your phone in the center console storage bin, close it, and it's not pinching the wire. That is really cool. Now the seats, they're 6-way manually adjusted. Everything's adjusted manually. You pump up and down. Now instead of reaching down and pulling up on a bar that slides your seat front and back, it actually has a handle, a grab handle, which is pretty convenient. The grab handle's on the inside. You pull up on it and you can slide your seat front and back. I think it's a lot easier to do that instead of reaching all the way down and pulling your seat front and backwards. No! What happened? Launch. Rev hang? Why is it doing that? I don't particularly like that. That was on a little downhill slope too. I mean, it's got decent power. It definitely does not put you back in your seat. Second row is 40-20-40 split, so you can either fold one seat down, you can fold 2 seats down, or you can fold both seats down. And that just extends the cargo area, gives a little more room if you're hauling a lot of items, or you just want the seats down because it affects visibility maybe. You can do that. Here we go. Rear seat legroom, pretty impressive. There's a lot of space back there. Legroom, headroom, I mean, there's a lot of space back there. I am impressed with the rear seat room. Now the third row, that's an entirely different story. And I mean entirely 180 degrees different story. I'm being myself. It's a different story. I don't know how you could fit a human being on there. I mean, with the second row all the way back, which I think is its default position, I mean, I can't even fit in there right. Like, I have to bend my whole leg sideways to even fit in the third row. And my head, I'm only 5 feet 9 inches, but my head, it hits the headliner. Third row, if you got little kitties, throw them back there. Otherwise, don't even try to sit back there. I mean, just... it's best to leave that folded down. Please, don't torture yourself like that. It also has a USB port. One USB port for charging your phone or connecting it to Apple CarPlay. My Sportwagon has 0 USB ports, so 1 USB port, I give it a big thumbs up. The braking feels highly electronic, I guess, hybridized. Like, it doesn't feel like you're really doing the work, and the brake pedal travel is pretty short. It surprised me. Like, I'm pushing, I'm like, wait, this is all it can go? Now I'm just gonna throw out some numbers to you, whether they mean anything to you, I don't care. Rear shoulder room, 55.9 inches. Rear leg room, 36.5 inches. I'm guessing those are second row numbers, because third row numbers would be 0. Ground clearance, this is the big one, 7.9 inches. City, 21 miles per gallon. Highway, 27 miles per gallon, which makes it a combined 23 miles per gallon. From the time I got my vehicle, 29.9 miles per gallon. That's my average since I started driving this car. If you're an automotive enthusiast and you actually got to this part of the video, yes, traction control is deactivatable. Alright, so now we're going to put it into sport mode, see how much more responsive sport mode is. Definitely holds the revs higher. It's quick enough. It's definitely quick enough. The official 0 to 60 time is in a 9-second range. The 0 to 30 time is like 3.1 seconds. But the throttle, even in sport mode, it doesn't seem to be that sensitive because I'm pushing down, it's not really doing anything, and then finally it wants to do something. Also, another thing, parking brake. If you're looking for a handbrake, you're out of luck. This is an electronic parking brake, so you just pull up on this switch and it automatically locks the wheels for you. You push down, it disengages the electronic parking brakes. if you enjoyed this video, please give it a big thumbs up and share this video with your friends. It really helps the channel to grow. Also, please consider subscribing to my channel. I create a variety of automotive content, which includes reviews like this one, and also videos on my car, which is a turbo diesel sport wagon right now. Follow the adventure and ride along with me as I journey. Thanks for watching, guys. Really appreciate it. I'll see you next time.